Hey, yo, what is up, my folks? It's your boy, FizzleTheHizzle, aka Ben here. Bringing you guys the AABL Conference Finals, or the League Semis for the AABL. I said AABL twice, but don't mind that. I'm really excited. I'm really nervous about this game, man. We're playing my man Jay, the Johnson 3, Omega John, whatever you want to say it, and the UNC Wingulls. If you recall correctly, you can go back to my week 1 game, and I actually took an L to my man Jay because of a focus blast miss. But that's okay. We're looking to bounce back here. I feel like we have a really good squad up against him. If you guys are excited for the semis, conference finals, league semis, show some love on the like button. Subscribe if you're new. So let's just jump right into it. Let's look at his team really quickly. It's terrifying, let me tell you. He has a Coco, one of the greatest mons in the format, the standard format. 130 base speed, hits like a truck on both sides of the spectrum. Has a lot of utility like Defog, Nature's Madness. It can roost Calm Mind sets are really interesting. So this thing is like a huge threat. So yeah, next up we have Starmie, 115 base speed, 100 special attack. Now this thing isn't very strong, but with the analytic boost, it gets boost from things when it switches out. So it can definitely be hitting hard, and it has lots of coverage too. It has Bolt Beam, Water Stab, Psychic Stab, Shadow Ball, Signal Beam, stuff like that. And it's a really good Rapid Spinner as well, which I do predict him to carry Rapid Spin. So it's a very scary mon. The 115 base speed is very solid. Next up we have Tangrowth, a physical monster. I predict him to run an AV set. It gets things like Knockoff, Leech Seed, Power Whip. It does get Power Whip, right? Giga Drain, Sludge Bomb, stuff like that. It can be also carrying a Rocky Helmet set if it wants. And it's a notorious regenerator user, so every time it switches out, it gains a third of its HP back. Next up we have Dragonology. Dragology, nothing switches into a Dragology unless your name is Registeel. It's very good with adaptability. Its dual stabs just hit so much harder, like Draco. Like, can you show me switching if your name isn't Registeel or if your name isn't a fairy type? That's basically what it does. It sets Toxic Spikes as well, so that can be very interesting. Next up is Gligar, the pre-evolved form of Gliscor. 105 base defense, but with the Eviolite, that defense stat goes through the roof, especially that special defense stat as well. It can be very bulky. It can be a huge annoyance too, because you can't Toxic it since it has immunity. You see things like EQ, Stealth Rock, it's a good defogger, Knockoff, U-turn, stuff like that. Linoon, this thing is famous for Belly Drum Extreme Speed, but luckily we have sort of a Cofagrigus, which takes a +6 Shadow Claw, and a Registeel, which takes +6 Stomping Tantrum and the Extreme Speeds for days. So Linoon, I don't expect to come at all, but that's the only thing Linoon does. So next up we have Klinklang. In a mock, I actually got swept by Shift Gear Klinklang, but that's not happening because I have a Registeel, a Buzzwole, Suicune. Well, Suicune I guess can be bypassed, but stuff like that. It's very bulky on the defensive end, 115 base defense. If it sets up a couple of shift gears, it can be very scary, but I'm not predicting it to bring. Mega T-Tar, very good sand setter. Just its stats are just monstrous with 164 base attack, 150 defense, 120 special defense, 100 HP. But with the Sandstream ability, it gets a boost in the special defense, so it's really hard to take down. And if he brings like a Dragon Dance set just like last week, it can be very scary. It can also get Rocks, Crunch, gets the Elemental Punches as well. Definitely something to watch out for. It can also be special, mixed as well with that 95 base special attack. Next up we have Hawlucha. Coco Lucha. How I love facing Coco Lucha, boys, let me tell you. Not a headache to prep for at all. 118 base speed, but it gets doubled with Unburden and the Electric Seed. Coco Lucha is terrible. I hate it. It can set up easily with Swords Dance, Acrobatics, High Jump Kick, Drain Punch. I believe it gets Thunder Punch as well, probably. And you can see like a sub-roost set maybe. Mold Breaker is always an option, but I do predict him to bring the Unburdened set with Electric Seed. This thing is definitely coming, because why don't you bring Hawlucha? Unless your name is Cofagrigus, which completely walls this thing. Next up we have Alolan Marowak, which is actually a huge threat to my team, not going to lie. So I feel like he's going to bring Alolan Marowak. With the Thick Club item, it doubles its attack. So like Flare Blitzes, along with the Rockhead ability, it doesn't take damage from like recoil from Flare Blitz. So it's going to be hitting pretty hard, let me tell you. And Shadow Bone, it also gets rocks, stuff like that. Pain Split is always an option. Volbeat, it's not coming. Archeops, not coming. All right, so the Hazards on his team, he has Toxic Spikes on Dragology. Gligar, he has rocks. Tyranitar got rocks. Marowak got rocks. Archeops got rocks. So yeah, man, the 6 I predict him to bring are Koko, Starmie, Tangrowth, Gligar, Mega T-Tar, and Alolan Marowak. I don't know if he brings Hawlucha, honestly, because, like, I have a Cofagrigus, and it does, like, nothing to it. He has Defoggers in the form of Gligar and Archeops and Volbeat. Maybe Volbeat gets it. And Rapid Spin and Starmie. So, with that out of the way, we can jump right into it. My team. Next up, we have the Thundurus. By the way, my lighting is really stupid. I messed up my hair. Wow, you didn't see that. Oh, my team is already on the screen. I'm a donut. But that's okay. Yeah, sorry if the lighting is weird. It's late at night, and I don't have a good lighting situation at all. First up is the Destroyer. Thundurus. T with the Electrium Z. Dual Dance with the Agility Nasty Plot. T-Bolt and Hidden Power Ice. Now, here's the thing with the Alolan Marowak. I'm going to say that real quick. Excuse me. So, if he has Lightning Rod on a Alolan Marowak, then he doesn't have Rockhead, right? And we can whittle that thing a lot if he tries to Flare Blitz, or we can switch into a Flare Blitz with Cofagrigus, maybe. Gets a lot to chip there with the rocks, Rocky Helmet, Flare Blitz recoil, and that's going to be really good. So I do predict him to bring Lightning Rod if he does bring the Alolan Marowak, and that's the only thing that can counter the set. Agility Nasty Plot, we can just set up all over Gligar's face, I'm going to be honest. Every time we see Gligar, we're clicking Agility or Nasty Plot. Thunderbolt for really good stab damage, and nothing really takes an Electrium Z unless your name is Gligar. After +2 boost, a Hidden Power Ice is for the Gligar, so I can hit it. This thing can single-handedly sweep his team. Not much to be said. Raijin has been a monster all week. I believe all season rather. It has like 20 kills or something. It's insane. Definitely my favorite mon that I drafted so far. It's such a monster. Next up, we have one of our win cons, Choice Banded Sneasel here. Ice Shard, Icicle Crash, Knockoff, Low Kick. Ice Shard can pick so many things off, especially with his defense buff on the Hawlucha and his a lot of faster mons. Banded Ice Shard can pick a lot of things off, especially if we try to get rocks up. We get some nice chip there. It's going to be really good for us. Icicle Crash is literally just a way to hit Gligar and Tangrowth very hard. Knockoff is there to knock items off, and because we do Speed Tie with Starmie, we have a chance to just one-shot Starmie and send it to Oblivion. Low Kick is only there for the Mega Tyranitar. There's no reason I'm clicking Low Kick on anything else if I do predict the switch. Next up is Alphonse, our Registeel, a pretty cool set. Stealth Rocks, EQ, T-Bolt, Ice Punch. Stealth Rocks is there for, like I said, whittling down his team. Earthquake is there for Koko, but I do predict Koko to bring like a Z Nature's Madness set. He's not bringing Z D-Gleam, or he could bring Z Thunderbolt, but I have a Thundurus T right there and a Donphan, so I don't know if he would bring that. So Z Nature's Madness definitely makes sense. Thunderbolt with the Terrain, it does so much to Hawlucha, and I can live one high jump kick after rocks with this EV spread from Hawlucha. And the rest is in special defense, just so I can have a switch into Koko, because not a lot of things switch into that boy. And Ice Punch is there for the Gligar, so I don't get, like, roosted all over and set rocks and defog and whatever. Next up, we have our Choice Scarf Jirachi. Very crucial in this matchup. You turn Drain Punch, Ice Punch, and Iron Head. Now, once again, this thing does get completely walled by the Alolan Marowak, but we have ways to deal with that. U-Turn is there to just get really nice momentum off, especially into Kirito and Thundurus. If I get those things in for free, then it's going to be a really good game for us, at least. Drain Punch is there to one-shot Mega Tyranitar. This is our way to outspeed Mega Tyranitar after a +1. Since our week 1 battle, we missed a Focus Blast on the Mega Tyranitar, and that kind of cost us the game. So we're not letting that happen. Ice Punch is there for the Gligar. Iron Head is there just for shenanigans, especially on the Koko. We can two-shot that if we get the really good flinch chance. So yeah, man. U-turn is like really good for us because it hits a lot of things on his team super effectively, and it gets things. It gets my sweepers in, or my cleaners. Next up, we have our Salvez Donphan. I really like this set. Earthquake, Gunk Shot, Ice Shard, Rapid Spin. Granted, we can't take two Surfs or Hydro Pumps from Starmie, but it does like really good work against Coco. Earthquake, Gunk Shot, Ice Shard, Rapid Spin. Earthquake is there for stab damage. Gunk Shot is there for the Tangrowth and the Tangrowth only. Maybe even the... No, not even the Coco. I would just Earthquake. Ice Shard is there for more chip that I need for Kirito to sweep. Rapid Spin is there in case he wants to set Toxic Spikes and Rocks of his own. This thing is a really good set. I enjoy this a lot. So, yeah. Next up, we have our Hawlucha switch in. Our max HP, max defense Osiris. And by the way, we put speed on the Donphan to outspeed Alolan Marowak. Mega Marowak, imagine. Rocky Helmet, Cofagrigus completely walls my boy Hawlucha because Kokolucha sucks. This is like the best response to Hawlucha in like the entire format. So Will-O-Wisp knockoff, Shadow Ball, Pain Split. Pain Split is there in case I want to bring things a little lower for, once again, Kirito to sweep. Like, this entire team revolves around Kirito sweeping with Ice Shard or Knockoff or something. And Knockoff is there to get items off. Shadow Ball can two-shot Hawlucha with ease. And Will-O-Wisp is there for physical attacking mons that try to set up like the Hawlucha. So, yeah, man, I'm really excited about this battle. I'm really nervous. I'm really anxious. But, yeah, man, show some love on the like button if you're excited for your Tampa Bay Weasels to be heading to the semis and possibly the finals. I'm definitely excited about that. Thank you guys so much for watching. It means the world to me. And like always, have a swell day. Peace.